So welcome back to our proofing. We now have Tommy here, who is also a memory master multiple times. So why don't you tell them about your memory master experience?
Well, I've had 5, and this previous one, Miss Michelle, who's my tutor, actually proofed me. So I want to thank her for that. Overall, I think it was a really cool experience, and I would highly recommend going for it, even if you don't get it and you get a couple subjects right. That's a celebration you can celebrate too. That's an accomplishment you can celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done a great job. It was really fun proofing him. You'll see as you proof other people's kids, it actually is kind of an honor and a really cool thing to see what someone else knows. And it kind of builds a friendship with you and the other family too. So it's really nice. You should always offer to proof someone's kid if you get the opportunity, because don't be scared if you don't know the info. It's all in your guide. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you how you proof history. So with history, the most important part would be, just like I told you before, when I ask a question, these you can sing. So you will say it back to me. And sometimes part of the question is in the first part, which is super helpful. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask Tommy, would you please tell me about Prince Henry of Portugal?
During the 1400s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded the School of Navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade.
Perfect. So let's do it again and don't say the 1400s. Let's say he forgets that. And again, he's not singing them because they don't have to, but you can sing them if you want. Go ahead and do it without the 1400s or say some other date, and then we'll show them how you recover from that. So would you please tell me about Prince Henry of Portugal?
During the 1300s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded the School of Navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade.
So something that you can notice I didn't stop him. I didn't go, oh, no, stop. That's not the right date. I didn't stop him. I let him continue. And at the end, I'm going to say, oh gosh, would you tell me that one more time? Or I might say, hey, I didn't hear it. Or maybe they said it too fast. Or maybe I wasn't sure if he said 13 or 1400. That's okay. Just ask him to say it again. But don't abruptly stop the person who's proofing, because it kind of jolts you and then you might forget the rest and then you're stuck and you've got to wait for that file to open up later. So that's my suggestion for you on the history dates. Kind of the same on timeline, which we're going to do next. If they're going and they skip a chunk or they skip one of the spots, let them skip it. Let them keep going. Then circle it on the page. Go back to that after and go to the one before it and say, would you start right here and tell me the next 5? And I promise you, it will usually always come back out. So that's how you would proof with history and timeline if they make a mistake. But I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I'm the director for a minute. So just pretend like I look like beautiful Nina. And I'm doing his director proof. And I'm going to have him start somewhere. Because remember, for the director proof, you're doing the first 6 weeks. So or second 6 weeks or third 6 weeks. It'll be in a chunk. She's not going to stop you and do week 1, then week 23. It's a continuous 6 weeks that she will choose. So I might start right here and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say, would you please start at Marx publishes the Communist Manifesto?
Marx publishes the Communist Manifesto.
It's perfect. Go to the next one,
The Compromise of 1850 and the Dred Scott Decision. U.S. restores trade with Japan. British Queen Victoria, rule over India. Darwin publishes The Origin of Species.
Perfect. So I would, in a proofing, let him continue to go. But see, that was on the fly. I picked one at the end to see if I could trip him up, and I didn't. He knew it all. You knew all of it. So that's how it works. You don't stop the person. You just let them keep going. And he did great. The last thing we need to proof on is science, right?
Yep.
Would you say science is one of your favorites?
Yes.
Okay, so for science, again, the important part is they repeat the question. So if I were to ask him, what are some parts of a plant? What would you say? I would say,
some parts of a plant are, and then leaves, stems, roots.
Right. So that is how that one's proofed. If they forget the question, just go back and ask it again and they can repeat it back to you. So that's really how you proof. And these boys both did a great job. Thanks for helping us out.
Thank you.